Here is our next problem for irrational inequalities. Our first step is to find the domain. What are our restrictions on x that we already know about? Well, each expression that's below the radical sign, we must set it to greater or equal to 0. We can simplify and rearrange to get x must be greater or equal to -24, x must be greater or equal to 7, and x must be greater or equal to -7. If we take the intersection of all of these conditions, the overall domain for this inequality is x is greater or equal to 7. So let's write domain so we don't forget. Now we're going to rearrange to make both sides non-negative. It's usually easier when we don't see negative signs, so we're going to move this term to the right-hand side. Because x must be greater or equal to 7, both sides of this inequality is guaranteed to be non-negative. So we can square both sides without having to worry about the direction of the inequality sign. We can further combine like terms. So we have 2x, the 7s are opposite so they cancel each other out, plus 2 times the square root of x squared minus 49. All this is less or equal to 2 times x plus 24. We can divide 2 on both sides to get x plus 24 is greater or equal to x plus the square root of x squared minus 49. And we can subtract x on both sides, so 24 is greater or equal to square root of x squared minus 49. And because we know for sure that both sides are non-negative, we can square both sides once more. Let's move up here. So we have x squared minus 49 is less than or equal to 576. We add 49 to both sides, we would get 625 is greater or equal to x squared. Then we would take the square root of x to get x must be less than or equal to 25. But here's the catch. Negative 25 squared can also be 625. So it's actually the absolute value of x that must be less than 25. X itself can be between negative 25 and 25. Let's intersect this with our domain. X must have a lower bound of 7. And we found that its upper bound is 25. So here is our answer.